Liz Truss is about to go to Taiwan. Now, Liz Truss has been trying to make herself relevant all year after her disaster in office. She's tried twice, two big speeches. One was eclipsed, I think, by Rishi Sunak's success in Northern Ireland, or relative success in Northern Ireland. And insofar as he succeeded where Boris Johnson failed, and where Liz Truss, of course, failed, but Liz Truss barely got started. And the second time, I don't know why that one failed, but that was in the UK, and she made a lot of noise, and no one really picked it up. So now, in an effort to seem relevant, she's going off to Taiwan. Now, this is the lady who not only wrecked the British economy, she also seriously damaged the peace of the hemisphere by trying to face off with Sergey Lavrov when she was Foreign Secretary, who hadn't done her homework, who hadn't read her briefs, who didn't know that Rostov-on-Don, the place where Prigozhin's Wagner Brigade is trained, is part of Russia, not part of Ukraine. Stupid mistake. And arrogant mistake. And all this hand-waving, all her ridiculous puppet-like hand movements. When she was in office, she was partly saved by her association with Kwasi Kwarteng. Kwasi Kwarteng has something to write home about. He's a particularly good writer to start with. He has intelligence. I wouldn't say necessarily the package that he was sporting was something to be proud of, but the ideas behind that package were worth consideration, if not implementation. Now, what Liz Truss is now trying to do is to say that Kwasi Kwarteng's package was badly implemented rather than badly thought out. No, it actually needed a lot more thinking, and it needed more than one person putting their thought on paper. The problem with Kwasi Kwarteng's package was it was just one person's doodle. And Liz Truss went along with it without any further consultation. In fact, she got rid of anybody who wanted to consult. So there was arrogance all the way through. But of the two of them, Kwasi Kwarteng was the more adroit, the more believable. And he went. And eventually she went. Now, she's going to Taiwan with the air of past Prime Minister. And the problem with that is we've got a number of past Prime Ministers. We've had a number of them in the past as well, obviously. I think of Mr. Callaghan as one of the limpest Prime Ministers, but a genial and charming older statesman. And there have been others. Even in a positive moment, Mr. Heath might have been approachable. So after time, the accidents in office get forgotten. In fact, there's not very much to forget when it comes to Liz Truss. But she will still retain that aura of being a former Prime Minister, and that is how she will be greeted in Taiwan. Former Prime Minister Liz Truss, who's got something to say, has she? And that's the danger. That's the danger. She wants to rehabilitate herself. She wants to be important. Now, why? Why would she want to be important? Why can't she just dissolve into the background, disappear like a bad memory? Well, partly, I suspect, because she wants to be a kingmaker. And who has she got her eye on? Well, she'll get her eye on probably somebody who can rethink Kwasi Kwarteng's package, re-implement it, update it, possibly consider it more carefully. I mean, Kwasi Kwarteng's package, if well considered, might be worth something, might be worth writing home about. In the form it was presented, it was worth ridiculing. But with a little bit of work, maybe it would be worth something. But is Liz Truss the person to recommend it? Is Liz Truss the person that we want to be promoting it? I don't think so. I don't think Liz Truss could promote a lettuce. Indeed, she lost to a lettuce, if you remember. And that's the problem. On the world stage, she may be given more time, more credibility than we here in the UK would give her. And we need to get that message out. She simply isn't worth the time. Here in the UK, why should she be granted that time elsewhere? I think her job now is to atone for the damage that she did. When she's done that, then, by all means, she is very welcome to her place on the world stage. We will listen to her opinion. We will treat her with respect. But I see not an ounce of contrition. Not an ounce. She believes she is still right. And of course she is peddling somebody else's ideas.